Sir, please! Put it back! Put it back!
This cop was held hostage in jail by an inmate with a knife, and his rescue would end very badly. On March 27, 2021, cameras in an Oklahoma County jail captured a patrolling detention officer just before an inmate, later identified by police as Curtis Montrell Williams, charged at him, tied him up, and then released other inmates with the officer's keys. He then dragged the officer to the open area and on a table, which was when another inmate, with what appeared to be a makeshift knife, hit the officer's head multiple times before stabbing the officer several times in the leg. Surprisingly, an inmate used the officer's cell phone to live stream the hostage situation, so fellow officers were alerted to the incident, forcing them to make their way into the open area just when Williams held a knife to the officer's neck. Two shots were fired, and one from this officer hit Williams fatally in the head. The injured detention officer was retrieved, and after deploying tear gas in the common area, Williams' lifeless body was retrieved as well. At the time, Williams was reportedly waiting for a trial as a rape defendant, so his family had this to say when they heard of the fatal shooting.
I want justice. I really want justice, and I'm gonna get it.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm really gonna get it. Because they took my son's life, and he had 2 kids of his own, and they took their dad's life. And this shouldn't be tolerated, and I'm not gonna tolerate it.
This man lost his life standing up for the rest of the people that was in there,
That's right,
telling them
that's
that
right.
I'm fed up with these things
right,
that's
bro.
going on up in here. And if I'm gonna be one to stand up, then I'm gonna do it today. And he lost his life, but he was always that way. He was selfishly always about other people more than he was about himself. Look at the price that it cost him on surgery. His life.
Right.
And that's the kind of guy that I want y'all to remember about my son.
After a review of the incident, 2 inmates, Gregory Allen Jordan and Justin Taylor Leslie, who stabbed the officer in the thighs, were identified as 2 of the main leaders of the riot and hostage-taking and were both charged with first-degree murder. And 3 more inmates were charged with second-degree murder for causing the death of Williams by their actions. The officer was saved by the quick thinking and accuracy of the shooting officer. However, the next officer took her hostage situation into her own hands by attempting an escape that would leave her face covered in bruises. On November 13th, 2022, 2 Butts County police officers arrived at a home for a welfare check after reports of a man screaming. But they didn't know just how badly that would end.
Jackson Police Department!
Jackson Police Department!
Is anybody in here?
Police Department!
I don't know if someone fell, maybe?
Hold on, we'll clear this down here.
Police Department!
Got guns.
Police Department!
Ooh, it's locked. We might go the other way.
It's what?
It's locked. I mean, it's closed up there.
After finding nothing on the first floor of the home, the female officer, Diana Sanchez, was on her way to the second floor when the homeowner finally announced himself to the officers in one of the worst ways possible.
Police Department!
What? Who is it?
Hold on.
Why are you in my house? Go ahead and start the counting. Go ahead and start the counting.
Shot fire! Shot fire! Put your gun down!
Lucas, I'm stuck in the bathroom.
Got a shot at me.
See the Waits residence, first residence on the right, across.
The female officer was now locked in the bathroom with a likely unstable, armed homeowner on the other side of the door. She tried to break through the back door, but as that was unsuccessful, and with the man closing in on her, the window was her only escape.
Because we had.
Where's he at? So put your gun down, police department! Police department! Police department! Put your gun down! Put your gun down!
Take cover with this 10-4.
10-4?
Both officers escaped the incident, with Sanchez sustaining major face and tooth damage, but happy to go home to her 5-year-old daughter.
My partner potentially can get hurt, and I have a daughter to come home to. So those were my only two things, my partner and my daughter at that point. Survival mode and your adrenaline is so up that you have no choice but to just block everything out and do what you have to.
Police were eventually able to arrest the armed homeowner without anyone getting shot. Jumping from a small elevated window with an armed gunman mocking you can be very scary, but the next officer was stuck in a moving vehicle driven by an armed suspect, and his only line of escape would leave him mentally scarred. On October 22, 2021, Metropolitan police officers were flagged down regarding a male suspect with a handgun chasing another male. But as they approached the suspect with the handgun, he entered a vehicle and did something unexpected.
Stop! Stop reaching! Stop reaching! Stop reaching! Stop! Okay, stop! 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 Stop the car! 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 Put it in park! 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 I'm not going to do nothing. Put it in park! Sir, just put it in park! Put it in park! Put it in park! Don't shoot me! Stop! Put it in park! Please put it in park! Sir, please! Put it in park! Don't shoot me! Put it in park! I can't go. Put it in park! Please! Put it in park! Put it!
Since the suspect was earlier caught chasing a man with his gun, the officer rightly feared for his life and, after being taken across 2 city blocks, jumped out of the moving car. He shot the suspect as he jumped, though, and that showed just how frightened he was.
I fired! I fired! I hit him! I hit him! He was... Alright, stay here. Everything.
He is in the 6th. Going for that 407.
Everything hurt.
I need an ambulance.
Where is he?
I'm not sure. I fired. I hit him. He's hitting on me.
He's not shot. He just in pain.
I was in the car. I
Alright.
got tossed out of it.
He's alright. I just need an ambulance. That's all.
The officer was taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries, and the suspect, later identified as 35-year-old Natango Robinson, was eventually located at a local hospital receiving treatment for non-life-threatening injuries, and thereafter charged with felony assault on a police officer while armed, kidnapping while armed, unlawful possession of a firearm, resisting arrest, fleeing a law enforcement officer, failure to obey, and reckless driving. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. Among other things, the officer feared that the suspect would crash the car with him still inside, but that actually happened to the next officer. However, things ended much worse for the suspect.
Shot fired! Shot fired! Shot fired! Don't move!
On March 18, 2023, Washington, D.C. Park Police gathered at a street corner after a teen was found sleeping in an allegedly stolen vehicle.
Window's already broken. It's got a piece of plastic. Carefully, I can cut it out, unlock the door from the exterior.
I'm fine with that.
If the door opens quietly, he's still knocked out, then I'll move away. Somebody just has to yank him. He's got his hands up.
So the last
But we
guy
have to
too,
get-
him and I will yank him out.
Yeah, so like, I just want to make sure that we don't have anyone on our end or your end that if he like throws it in drive, get the foot run over or side swipe, or if he throws it in reverse, I
Do that. And if he takes off, but just don't get caught inside of that car.
After about 16 minutes of planning, officers silently tore the plastic sheet off the window as planned, but everything after that ended in complete chaos.
Police! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Don't Stop!
At that point, the officer shoots the suspect, sending the car to swerve into an apartment.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Don't move! Don't move! 512! Don't move!
Hey, he's breathing.
Yeah, I know he is.
Hey, you got something I can put on? I can apply pressure. I just need a kit. Hey, there's a kit in. Yeah, give me a kit.
The officers performed life-saving measures on the suspect, but he ultimately passed from his fatal injuries. He was eventually identified as a 17-year-old named Delanio Martin, and the news of his passing wasn't taken lightly by his family.
Why wasn't a taser deployed? Why was the officer in the back of the car? Why was Delanio shot in a non-threatened position? Why haven't involved officers' name been released?
The mother disclosed that Delanio was close with all 9 of his siblings and had a renewed purpose after he had a son. However, the car was confirmed to have been stolen a week before the incident, and the head of Park Police Union defended the officer's actions, saying that there was a lawful reason for him to be in the car, the use of force was justified, and the union stands behind the actions the officer took. The U.S. Attorney's Office was conducting an independent review at the last report of the incident. Not many people know this, but a car hostage situation doesn't always happen inside a car, and this officer realized that a little too late.
Stop the f***ing car!
On March 5th, 2021, Iowa police pulled over a vehicle for a traffic stop when they discovered that the passenger had a warrant for his arrest. They immediately informed him of this, but that would turn out to be a very huge mistake after he pushed the driver out of the car.
Stop the car, man! Stop the car! Stop the car! Stop the f***ing car! Stop the f***ing car! Stop the f***ing car! Stop it! Stop the car! Stop the car! Get off the fuck! Put on the brakes! Put on the f***ing brakes! Put on the brakes! Stop the f***ing car! Stop the f***ing car, man! Jesus Christ! Stop the car, man!
The suspect seemed outnumbered at first, but after reaching speeds of 60 miles per hour, the officer was in an intense life-or-death situation and could only hold on to the car until he couldn't anymore.
I'm okay, man. Go get him. I'm all right. Sure? You good?
The officer sustained several injuries after getting slammed on the ground from several feet in the air, and the suspect, later identified as 29-year-old Dennis James Geiner, was sentenced to up to 5 years in prison after pleading guilty to a felony count of serious injury by a vehicle. The roof of a speeding vehicle is an unusual place for an officer to be held hostage, or even be on, but the next officer was literally held hostage in his own car, and it would result in a very deadly outcome.
He's going for my gun! He's going for my gun!
Please just get back.
On May 11th, 2023, 38-year-old Brandon LeMaine drove a U-Haul into a gas station, and an officer followed behind him after a license plate reader alerted that the truck was stolen. So the officer approached the suspect, but this would end very badly for both of them.
Hey, sir. Can I do something? Driving a U-Haul?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you talk to me real quick over here? Of course. All right, we're gonna go right over here, man.
What did I do?
What?
I said, what did I do?
All right, it's right here. All right. Right now, you're being detained. Okay, so
For what?
this report's stolen.
Why? Since when?
You're not in arrest. You're just being detained. Okay.
What's reported stolen?
All right. 2 Tom Bravo. Hold the channel. Send me a unit to Sicko up here by North Walmart. What? Sir, you're good. Get off my gun. Signal one, signal one, signal one, go to my gun. What the Sir, get off my gun. What do you have? Signal one! Signal one! Just start off! Signal one! Sir, you're not going to jail right now, right? Get off my gun. Nah, you're gonna... I'm not going to...
That's all you guys were going to call this a signal one. No response.
Look. Get off my gun! Get off my gun! Let's go for my gun! Let's go for my gun! Please.
The officer was now under the suspect in the patrol vehicle, and this was bad news because aside from access to his handgun, the suspect had access to the police rifle inside the car, and backup officers realized this as well, so when an officer arrived at the scene, things quickly escalated.
Just crashed into the Walmart. What? In the car. In the car. What car? The SUV. In the SUV. Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground. He's on top of me. Watch crossfire. Watch crossfire. You good, Ryan? Come here, brother. Here, brother. Let's go. Let's go.
Ryan, where are you shot? Where are you shot?
Emergency traffic only.
Set him down, set him down.
921.
The multiple shots fired at the car, and the 3 shots to the suspect's head at close range ensured that he died on the scene. There were mixed reactions to this, with the suspect's sister claiming that the shooting wasn't necessary.
Y'all are police. You're supposed to fight criminals, not kill criminals, not murder criminals. And my brother was definitely murdered. On the press conference, he was deemed as a hero. Is that what we're calling people now? I'm really baffled.
But the Fairfax County Police Chief had something entirely different to say about the incident.
The officers who responded did so quickly, acted with a great amount of bravery, particularly our 24-year veteran, who literally pulled the assailant off of our police officer. The victim police officer, the one who was attacked by our assailant, never discharged. He was fighting for his life, literally.
The officer sustained injuries but wasn't hit by any of the bullets. The shooting officers were placed on administrative duty at the time of the incident. This officer was completely helpless, with the suspect sitting directly on top of him. But the next officer refused to be a victim, as she turned a potential hostage situation into a very deadly life lesson for the suspect.
Didn't I just say I'll kill you? Didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say that?
On January 18th, 2023, an off-duty police officer heard a violent commotion outside her apartment and went out to see what was going on.
You talking to another nigga on all type of good bad shit. You see what I'm saying? No, I'm just looking. I just want my big motherfucker. I think they robbed me for money. You see what I'm saying? They robbed me for money. You see what I'm saying?
The officer identified herself and showed the men her gun before trying to calm the issue. And only minutes later, the aggressive men walked away, leaving behind the last male, later identified as Levon Smith. They talked for a minute, but when the officer headed back into her home, Smith did something with very deadly consequences.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
You got to kill me.
Watch this.
I'm sorry. You got me.
I told you.
Okay. Tell me for real. Sorry, okay.
Let's go right now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Damn, baby.
Now you're going to jail.
Damn, I'm sorry.
Call the police. Call the police right now.
I'm sorry, baby.
Told you that. Didn't I?
I don't want it that
Didn't I? Didn't I?
Yeah, baby.
Didn't I just say I'll kill you?
I'm sorry.
Didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say that? Didn't I?
I'm sorry.
You.
Smith tried to steal the cop's gun and rob her, but instead got shot in the abdomen and left arm. Considering she had just helped him, the officer was angered he double-crossed her, and because she suffered a laceration above her right eye during the tussle, Smith was initially charged with attempted robbery and aggravated battery, but died from his injuries the next day. A month after the incident, Smith's family filed a lawsuit against the city and the officer for a judgment of $10 million, saying that the officer used excessive and violent physical force, which led to the family suffering injuries as a result of his death. However, a tactical response report states that Smith posed an imminent threat of battery and physically attacked the officer without warning, so she wasn't charged with any wrongdoing. She was most definitely not expecting a day off work to end like this, but the next officers were literally dispatched to a hostage situation in progress, and they ended up becoming hostages. That officer was the first responder at a home of a 39-year-old mother and her 16-year-old son, reportedly being held hostage by the woman's live-in boyfriend, 47-year-old Anthony Bailey. At the time, police thought they were just responding to an unknown call, but the officer had no idea what was behind that door.
Blood in the driveway, females visible inside, unresponsive. We're about to force entry. You ready, Foster?
And just then, the officer was shot in the leg and chest by Anthony, who was lying in wait. And with the officer neutralized, Anthony proceeded to take care of the remaining officers.
He's on it. He's on the arm. No, don't go around. He's on the arm. The arm. Oh, watch out.
Shots fired here, right here. Shots fired. I'm hearing shots fired.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Hey, man, come on out here.
I ain't coming nowhere.
Where's the officer at?
He downstairs somewhere.
Where's he at?
I don't know. I hear him and he move.
Huh?
I guess I shot him and he moved. I got a lot of shots.
The officer managed to find his way to the garage and banged on the door for his dear life.
Pull the chain, Will. Pull the chain. Go, come on. Come, Will.
Both injured officers were flown to an emergency in critical condition, but they were eventually stabilized. However, when a SWAT team eventually entered the home, they found 3 bodies, including the woman's body in the garage, the 16-year-old's body in an upstairs bedroom, and Anthony, who reportedly shot himself, as early indications showed that all 3 died from gunshot wounds.